Welcome to another Sunday morning conversation. This morning, my guest is professional boxer Albert Gomez. He's a young fighter, so I wanted to get his thoughts on a career that can leave its athletes with brain damage, and more specifically, CTE. Thanks for joining, everybody, and I hope you enjoy his story.
Yo, what's going on, Eric?
Hey, man. Not much. Man. What about you?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. How was your training going?
It's good, man. It's getting pretty intense nowadays, you know.
What weight class do you fight in? You got to be around 120 pounds fighting weight.
132. 132. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. How you doing? You good?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
Nice.
How many fights have you had?
So I'm currently I've just got one, but we've been training for a long time. We do a lot of sparring and lots of different things like that, you know.
One professional or one amateur?
No, one amateur, but we're not looking to chase too many amateur fights. We're just really getting ready for the pros, really, you know.
Now, what made you want to get into this?
I kind of just grew up around it, you know. I've grown up with it. Like my dad used to be a professional boxer, so my brother's actually a professional now, and I just fell in love with the sport growing up. You know what I mean?
I guess most of the questions I was going to ask you are all brain injury related. Mm-hmm. Now, being at 132 pounds, it's not like fighting heavyweights where you're just trading blows and they're really hard punches. Mm-hmm. Not a whole lot of force behind them. You know, what are your concerns about brain injuries?
So it's you know, boxing is real known for brain injuries, you know. It's real just because you know you got things like MMA now and people think it's like more brutal, but boxing is just a little crazier just because all the blows are really aimed for the head. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And MMA you got little hit, you got the legs and stuff like that, but 132, it's not about like you're fighting guys your weight, right? So obviously you're never going to be fighting a guy like too much bigger than you, or you're never going to fight a guy too much smaller than you. So you still feel the blows, you know what I mean? It's not like some guys hit harder than others. Some guys are quicker than others. And it's just about everybody has their own like style of fighting, you know? So some people can avoid punches better than others. Some people would like to bang it out in the middle. It's just about how you fight, really, you know? I'm more of a rangy outside kind of fighter, so I like to stay in the outside at the end of my punches. I like to, you know, get in and get out, you know? It's not like I won't sit there and trade with someone that I know that's what their bread and butter is. You know what I mean?
You don't want a slugfest.
Yeah, absolutely. I think boxing is an art. I think boxing is something that you go in to perform, you know, not to go in and you know, get your ass beat.
I always thought of it more like of a symphony, you know, if you have two, you know, it depends on what your fighting style is, but if you can duck and weave, it's an art. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just guys like, you know, guys that I really, you know, admire is guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, you know, those guys knew how to use their feet. You know, a lot of guys nowadays are really flat-footed. You know, they like to just wait for that one punch, you know, when it's more like you got to set it up, you know, that punch will come when the time is right. You know, you can't just look for that one punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People like Canelo who could just move there from the waist up above and basically make you miss. So, exactly. I mean, you know, obviously growing up in a boxing family, you knew what you were getting into for that. Like, what are your long-term concerns, you know?
Yeah, I definitely thought about that. I've definitely, you know, I think about it a lot, especially in the middle of, you know, right after sparring or right after, you know, hard work of training. You tend to have those conversations with yourself, like, is this something you want to be doing for the rest of your life and this and that? But, you know, I always say it, man, no risk, no reward. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like I was saying, it's just about what kind of style you have. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're going in there to slug it out with someone, obviously that's a big concern, but I'm real tight on my defense. I'm real tight on my offense. So it's like I go in there to not get hit. You know, I go in there to rough these guys up, take them out, and take as least amount of damage as I can. You know what I mean? So some guys just want to really scrap it out, and that's fine. Sometimes you have to, and in the long term that can be dangerous, but it's just a risk. I guess I've kind of told myself I'm willing to take.
Yeah, and I've noticed, I'm not heavily into boxing, but I could follow it along enough where I know that when you're first starting out, you're typically taking a lot of fights on short notice.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that's what's going to go on with you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be taking a lot of once I make the jump to the professional world, I definitely to start a lot of fights are short notice because you're nothing when you start. It's like you're nothing special. Nobody sees you as a star, so it's like they're not gonna give you a full 2-3 months of training camp. They're gonna be like, you ready or you're not. The opportunities are there. It's just about how people jump on them, and that's what I want to do. I'll probably take it on short notice, but you got to stay ready year round. You got to always be ready. You got to always be on weight. You always got to be ready to scrap it out with anyone, really.
So, do you kind of have the same fighting style as your father and your brother?
It's a little different. Obviously, everybody has their own. We've always been taught to hit and not get hit. The basic. Use your jab, keep your range, know your range. My brother's more of he's a little bit shorter than me, so he kind of likes to get in a little more. But since I'm a little bit taller, a little bit longer, I like to really use my footwork and use my range. So I'll stick guys from my distance. Boom, 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 jab, 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 move, 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 dance around the ring. That's what I like to do. I like you said, it's almost like a dance, but like a real dangerous one. So don't go in there dancing with me.
How's your dad doing cognitively? I mean, is he all together for the most part?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
He's not
Yeah.
punchy, as they say.
What's that?
He's not punchy, like they say.
No, like punch drunk.
Yeah, punchy. Yeah.
No, he's not punch drunk. No, for sure. He's all there. He's all there. Man, I know boxing's a real risky sport for a lot of people, but that's why you can't half-ass it. You can't be like, you can't say I want to do it and not really want to do it. You either want to do it or you don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
if you're gonna have somebody there wailing on your head, you got to be pretty sure you want to be there.
yeah, so it's like we're like the day I don't want to do it no more, I'm not gonna do it. But it's not like any other sport where you miss a shot. Okay, I'll shoot the shot again. Or someone takes you out, like take the ball from you. This is not the same. You make a mistake and you're out. So it's like it's a small margin for errors in this sport. So that's why you work really, really hard for that.
Yeah, is your dad in your corner for your fight? Well, your only fight, or is he gonna be? You have him around?
Yeah. So we've got So for right now, we're just prepping my brother for his fight on November 14th, and he is our head coach, and he's trained us since we were young. So he's always been on our corner with us. But when it's like, if I compete, it's my brother and my dad, and then when my brother competes, it's me and my dad in the corner. You see, so it's like we're a team, and we stick together in the boxing world just because the boxing business is a little grimy. So you got to really have people looking out for you.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with. Well, I've heard horror stories about promoters, so.
Oh man, I don't even want to get started on that.
Yeah. So when's your next fight coming up?
So we were aiming for something this month. We want to compete in a tournament around the end of this month, but unfortunately they're down in like Florida and stuff, and with the whole COVID, they were kind of just keeping an eye on what's the right move. So we want something in Atlanta, so we're based in Atlanta, so we want to compete here in Atlanta. So if we can bring people out to watch, we want to have people out there to watch. Down in Florida, it's cool. We'll travel out there, but it's a little different. But we're aiming for either the end of this month or beginning of next month.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta as well. I mean, I know there's a boxing gym over in Decatur. What's the boxing scene like here?
It's a good one. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about in Decatur. You talking about Buckhead, or are you talking about a different one?
Buckhead is in middle and Decatur is east.
Okay.
The name is slipping my mind. That's the only one I know off the top of the head. Just because, I mean, it's just not a hugely popular thing that people get into these days.
Yeah.
Prize fighting, it's not in its heyday anymore. So.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to bring back. The beauty of it, not just a lot of guys. It's hard to say. You don't do it for money, but it plays a big part of it. It plays, especially if you're getting hit in the head. But I just love this sport, man. I love the art behind it. I love the hard work behind it, and I love the creativity behind it. People go in there and they express themselves in a way. But going back to your question, here in Atlanta, there's a lot of good guys. There's a lot of good guys to work with. There's a lot of gyms here that we bounce around from to get some sparring in, to get some work in here and there. So, we're trying to get our name in the scene too. We want to open up our own gym closer to where we live. We want to, eventually get our own promotion, but that just comes with time.
Now, when you fight in a tournament, how many fights can you expect to fight that weekend? Or, I mean, I've never actually been in one.
It just depends. Sometimes you get sometimes if you lose, you're out.
Yeah.
But 3 or 4. Sometimes it depends how many people are in that weight. So it could be 3, and if there's a lot of people, it'll be 4. So it'll be, but normally it's just 3 because it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday tournament, right? So, and you weigh in every morning, so you got to really be on that weight.
You don't have to fight multiple fights in a day.
No, you don't have to fight multiple fights in a day.
Okay.
No, it's just one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are your? I guess really the only thing I have left is, what are your ambitions for the future, next couple of years?
Man, I've got big goals, man. We're looking to. It all starts, here. It all starts with us. It all starts with where our mind is, right? So we want to continue to train, continue to work hard, and the goal is, like I said, you can't half-ass this. We're going in there to whoop all these guys and get a world title. That's the goal. That's the goal at the end of the day. So in the next couple of years, I want to make the jump to the professional world. And I want to shock the world, I know it's hard to say when you don't have the credential as many of these guys do, but believe me when I tell you, we've got something else coming. It's something that's gonna shock the world, okay? And you'll hear about it.
Well, I don't live too far away, so I'm pretty sure I will.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Hey, I will keep in touch, and
yeah,
hopefully you can come out to my brother's fight next month, and you'll see what it's about.
Hey man, just let me know where it is. If it's in Atlanta, I can be there.
For sure. We're like I said, man, we stand for a lot. Gomez Boxing is what we rep, and it's more than just boxing. Sometimes it's life. So like I said in the beginning, no risk, no reward can go to anything. Whatever you want to do, that's what just apply that. You got to risk a lot to get a lot.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
True words have never been spoken.
Oh yeah.
Thanks a lot, man, for coming on with me today. I appreciate it, and I'll be in touch.
Hey, I appreciate you, Eric. Yeah, man, absolutely. Hopefully, when we get a couple more fights in, we can follow up and see where we're at.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Thanks again.
Absolutely, Eric. You have a good one, brother.
You too. Thanks, guys, for watching another Sunday morning conversation. If you liked what you saw, please do like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of them, click the little bell notification, and it'll tell you whenever I post another one. Thanks again, guys.